Journalism is known as the fourth pillar of democracy. True journalism is unbiased, neutral, and above all, fearless. How many news channels today are accomplishing these goals? To add to this, even our freedom of expression is in danger, the brunt of which is also seen in the world of OTT. We all remember how Amazon Prime's Tandav created a massive stir in the web space and changed it forever. Producers abandoned projects that had political themes or government bashing. But very few courageous creators still want to tell stories in this tense environment. I'm talking about Vinay Vaikul's recently released The Broken News. Is this show worth your time? Let's find out. और अगर आप ये वीडियो हिंदी में देखना चाहते हैं तो डिस्क्रिप्शन में दिए गए लिंक पर क्लिक करें. The show revolves around the tussle between two major news channels. The righteous Awaz Bharti, led by Editor-in-Chief Ameena Qureshi, and unscrupulous Josh 24/7, led by wicked Dipankar Sanyal. Season 2 picks up from where previous season left off. Strong-willed Awaz Bharti journalist Radha Bhargav was arrested by the police after Dipankar Sanyal referred to her as a terrorist on national television. Now she cares about nothing except for destroying Dipankar, even if it jeopardizes her ethical journalism in the way. Let's now quickly dive into the merits and demerits of this show. Swiftly paced and masterfully edited. This time around, the pace which I also loved in season 1 resurfaces. Even though it moves between newsrooms frequently and has recurring sets, the show moves quickly and keeps viewers interested. The editor Gaurav Agarwal has done a masterful job of keeping you riveted to the screen with each episode's opening visual hook that piques your interest in the beginning and calms you down at the finish. Writing. The show is written by Sambit Mishra and the writing is solid. The dialogue is real and relevant. The character arcs are amazing. Radha's persona undergoes a significant metamorphosis towards the end of episode 4. It is interesting to see how Radha is slowly and gradually becoming a version of Dipankar Sanyal. I also loved the dialogue hooks that are employed often to quicken the pace of this show. There are scenes where Josh 24/7 responds to inquiries from Awaz Bharti's edit news meeting and vice versa, against the backdrop of current media pandemonium. This season also has scope for laughter, which comes in the form of Rihanna, played by Geetika Vidya. She mirrors the current plight of the Indian journalism and how it has become a mere joke. The proliferation of fake news, journalism versus propaganda, expose, the haste to go exclusive, and sensationalization are all topics covered beautifully in this show. Preachy is good. The show's preaching style didn't bother me because what was being discussed was urgently needed. So after watching the show, if you introspect, well done, the show accomplished its goal. Performances. Where this show reaches an ultimate pinnacle of bliss watching is when the actors are in top form. Shreya Pilgaonkar plays Radha Bhargav to brilliance. I am in awe of her performance and her script choices. She infuses life into the character of Radha Bhargav. When she speaks, she sparkles, but also look out for scenes where she's silent. Shreya masterfully fills those silent sequences with her deep understanding of the craft. Jaideep Ahlawat is a powerhouse of talent. He possesses extraordinary talent. Jaideep plays Dipankar Sanyal to perfection in this one. Ameena Qureshi, played by Sonali Bendre, is a superb representation of this virtuous woman. She imbues her persona with a spirit of calm and decisiveness. Every workplace deserves to have a boss like Ameena Qureshi. Now let's talk about some demerits. Lackluster climax. The incredibly realistic looking show suffers greatly from an overtly corny and uninspired climax episode. The circumstances that unfold in the final episode look convoluted, as though Poonam Pandey was brought in to pen the resolution. बोल के लब आज़ाद हैं तेरे, बोल ज़ुबां अब तक तेरी है. Each episode of The Broken News ends with this very famous verse of Faiz Ahmed Faiz. This perfectly encapsulates the mood of the show. I know many of you haven't heard about this show. and have not made it through the end of this review as well. But my intention is clear. Good content should never be ignored. Good content should always find its audience. So if you haven't watched this show yet, I recommend you watch both the seasons together. The adrenaline rush will be much more, and it will be a captivating experience for you. I highly recommend The Broken News to you all. It is streaming on ZEE5. If you have seen the show already, tell your thoughts in the comments below. My name is Navjot. I shall see you next time. Goodbye.